Thank you. Remembering and honoring a San Antonio hero. 1 year ago today, firefighter Scott Deem died fighting a massive fire at Ingram Square Shopping Center. Charlie Cooper joining us live this morning from Alamo Plaza, where he'll be remembered this evening at a vigil. Charlie.
Good morning, Sarah. I can't even believe it's been a year since the passing of firefighter Scott Deem, and only days after that, about 500 first responders from all across the country came here to pay their respects to him, and they'll do so yet again today here at Alamo Plaza, just to remember everything he stood for. He's remembered as a courageous man, a man who loved his family, and it's supposed to be a really solemn event. It's expected to be that way. We're expecting perhaps his wife and his kids, maybe even some classmates and some teachers may show up from Southwest High School, where he graduated from in 2004. Now, Deem was a 6-year veteran in the fire department, and his selfless service to the community and him even giving his life will be remembered here at 6 o'clock on Alamo Plaza. Back to you.
Thank you, Charlie.